So the devotees, which attracts threefold mercy of the Lord, is what's you to recite this verse. Please recite. Hare Krishna. Yes. Prabhu
Caitanya, Krishna Seva Vaishnava
Hare Krishna. So, Prabhu Kahena, the Lord replied, Krishna Seva is serving Krishna. Vaishnava Seva is abiding by the order of Vaishnavas. Nirantara without cessation do Krishna Nama Sankirtan chant. Who and his devotees, the Vaishnavas. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sarvadam Chitam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Gandhavadi Vashyatya Deshakarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Put the display off. Hare Krishna. So, I would like to express my thanks and gratitude to Bali Pandit Prabhu and express thanks to all of you for coming this morning and giving me opportunity to speak on this verse of Caitanya-caritamrita. Hare Swam Satkartum Givamanyadhasati. He says, I will glorify the Lord so that for my good, primarily. So, Swam Satkartum means I will speak the glories of the Lord for my sake. Because when we glorify Krishna, we will be purified. That much time will be invested in pure devotional service. So it's going to be the greatest gain in glorifying Krishna, in preaching, is actually ours. And others, may take it up, they will also benefit so much. Anyone else who But even if others, just like the disciples of Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur, they would say, he would tell them that go and speak Krishna Katha to everyone, speak the message of Krishna. They would reply back that people are not interested in Krishna. He said, you speak and you hear. Even if others are not interested, you speak and you hear. You will benefit so much. So therefore, we will glorify the Lord. The primary purpose will be that we will be benefited. That is one big benefit for us. Best thing. So this is very beautiful verse. These verses of Caitanya-caritamrita are very simple, sweet, and full of wonderful instructions for us. I displayed the verse, but now we will be reciting the verse. We'll take out 5 minutes to memorize this verse without looking at the screen. If you have the verse in front of you, keep it in your pocket. Keep the phone in your pocket. Don't keep it in front of you. When we depend too much on devices, when we depend too much externally, our internal capacity goes down. So we don't even need the screen to recite the verse. You can just recite by hearing. One line is no difficult. If I recite one line, you can easily repeat it. Right? So if you have the verse in front of you, we are not displaying there. It is there on your screen. Put your screen upside down and keep the phone in the pocket. We'll recite the verse now by trying to carefully hear and repeat. And in 3 or 4 recitations, we can memorize the verse. We just consciously put little effort. Make the effort. We want to memorize the verse also. So let's try to do that. So repeat behind me now. Prabhu kahe na Krishna seva Vaishnava sevana. Nirantar kar Krishna nama sankirtana. So Prabhu is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is saying Krishna seva, do 3 things. Serve Krishna, that means in the deity form we can serve the Lord. Serve the deity is now which are the holy name. Easy to remember, I guess. No difficulty. What is Lord Chaitanya saying over here? Serve the devotees, and which are the Lord's names. Prabhu kahin Krishna seva, Vaishnava seva, Krishna seva, the deity form of the Lord, Krishna is present directly. Vaishnava seva, the devotees, and on which are the holy name. So this is threefold instruction of Lord Chaitanya, and in carrying out lies threefold mercy. So the mercy of Bhagavan, Bhakt, and Bhakti. There are these threefold mercy. Today's topic discussion is threefold mercy to overcome threefold misery. So this threefold mercy is mercy of Bhagavan, who is Krishna, Bhakt is devotees, and Bhakti. Bhakti. Bhakti is the process of devotional service. The foremost process of devotional service is chanting the Lord's name. So therefore the Bhakti is indicated as Nama Sankirtan. The primary link is indicated. Okay, so now let's recite once again, and then I will invite you to recite without looking at either your notebook or ebook, any other form. Recite just from your memory, if possible. Prabhu kahe na Krishna seva Vaishnava sevana. Nirantar kar Krishna nama sankirtana. Do, not correct. Nirantar kar. Lord is saying the Lord, the second line. So serve Krishna, serve devotees, always have the Lord's name. Once more recite behind me and then I would like you to recite. Prabhu Gaina Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana Nirantara Kare Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Okay, so someone who has by hearted this verse. Yes, Prabhu.
प्रभु कहे न कृष्ण सेवा वैष्णव सेवना
Prabhu Kare Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana
निरंतर करो कृष्ण नाम संकीर्तन
Nirantara Kare Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Hari Bol. We would like to show our appreciation a little more generously. Hari Bol. It doesn't cost anything to appreciate others, right? So we should be more generous in giving appreciation. Yes, so who would like to recite? Who has memorized? Yes. Uddhav Pradesh, yes. Prabhu Kare Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana Nirantara Kare Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Srivastava Prabhu. Prabhu Kare Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana Nirantara Kare Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Hari Bol. Yes, you can have more recitations. Prabhu Kare Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana Nirantara Kare Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Hari Bol.
प्रभु करे न कृष्ण सेवा प्रभु कहे न कृष्ण सेवा वैष्णव सेवना
Prabhu Kare Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana
निरंतर नाम करो I'm going
No problem, no problem. कोई बात नहीं, दोबारा ट्राई कीजिए. निरंतर.
sentence but I just hearing here
Good, good, good. You had a good try. Repeat now. निरंतर.
निरंतर नाम
कर.
निरंतर
हाँ
नाम
कर.
करो
निरंतर कर.
निरंतर करो
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
नाम.
नाम संकीर्तन
निरंतर कर कृष्ण नाम संकीर्तन. Hari Bol. Krishna accepts a good attempt as perfect. He makes our attempt also perfect. Hare Krishna. Yes. So from mother's side.
प्रभु करे कृष्ण सेवा वैष्णव सेवना
Prabhu Kare Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana Nirantara Kare Krishna Nama. The deity from the Lord. Discuss about these three briefly. What was the threefold mercy? Bhagavan, Shri Krishna, of his devotees and bhaktas, and mercy of Bhakti, Bhakti Devi, of the personality. So this threefold mercy can easily uplift us from the threefold miseries. So threefold misery will remain. Misery will not stop over here. This world will not change. But by the mercy of the Lord, our consciousness will be uplifted above the world of these threefold miseries. That's how it's described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Tap Trayo Unmulanam. It destroys threefold Srimad Bhagavatam, the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam, which also brings us profusely because there is glorification of Bhagavan, there is glorification of Bhakti, there is glorification of Bhakti, and therefore it uproots the threefold miseries. Tap Trayo Unmulanam. It takes us above it. हमको ऊपर उठा देते हैं. It takes us above One love, peaceful living. So the first thing is Krishna, Prabhu Kahina Krishna Seva. So the deity of the Lord. Uh, we all have the opportunity to serve the deity of the Lord. Some of you may say, no, no, we are not Brahman initiated. How can we serve the deity of the Lord? First, I'll speak about those who can directly go to the altar and serve. I'll speak about them. And then I'll speak about those who cannot directly go to the altar. How can they serve? Everyone can serve the deity of the Lord. So, for those who are Brahman initiated, who can directly ornament the deity, offer bhoga, arti. Some places, at home deity worship, Brahman initiation is not the requirement. The home deity worship. So, praise the deity worship of his of his Gauridas Pandit. Gauridas Pandit is although sure his deity worship is also very wonderful. They associate whose name yes Acharya and Sir Bhattacharya. Yes, he has praised their deity worship with offering of bhoga, right? Yes, praise. But specifically, among the associate, deity worship of Raga Pandit and Damayanti is most praised. So Lord Chaitanya says, Ihara Krishna Sevar Katha Sudha Sarvajanam Param Pavitra Seva Ati Sarvottamam. Just how they worship the deities. Ihara Krishna Sevar Katha Sudha Sarvajan. I want everyone to hear attentively the two important qualities of their service to Krishna, their deity worship. What is that? Parama Pavitra Seva. He served the Lord with extreme purity. Now, one thing is the internal purity of the heart. Gradually, as we go on doing service, will be purified in the heart. But what is within our hands is external purity. That means keep everything. So, cleanliness, clean kitchen is more important than an opulent offering. Very opulent offering for the Lord, which is good, but not at the expense of math and there are rats and cockroaches. More important than an opulent offering. Parama Pavitra Seva, external purity. Prabhupada, there are so many insects and roaches in the kitchen. Can we kill them? Prabhupada said, you should be killed. You should be killed. Why? He said, you have taken Brahminical vow to worship the deities and you don't keep the things clean. You should be killed. Prabhupada wrote that. So, it's our duty, and every Vaishnava is a Brahmana, also described. Vaishnavas, all devotees, whether they are Brahman initiated or not, are supposed to follow the Brahminical standards of cleanliness. That is very important. So the first aspect of deity worship is everything should be spontaneously clean. The altar, the kitchen, the temple hall, everything belongs to deity. Extended to the entire premise. Extended to the entire premise of the temple. Everything should be spontaneously clean. The deities are there. That's our responsibility. Parama Pavitra Seva. Then Ati Sarvottam. Ati Sarvottam means offer the best for the Lord. Offer the best for the Lord. Ati Sarvottam. Even Prabhupada, Prabhupada once took darshan of Radha Bihari. This is when Radha Bihari were in a house which was made up of tin sheets, temporary. The temple construction was going on. And the devotees made nice outfits, new dress for the deities Radha Bihari. Prabhupada, when he saw the deities, he was very happy. His face blossomed. He offered his obeisances to the deities. While offering obeisances, Prabhupada raised his head and looked toward Radha Bihari. He was beaming with smile, seeing the deities are dressed in a nice outfit. And then he got up, was intently looking with great love at the deities. And then the devotees pushed Mother Tungabhadra Devi, who had made the outfits. Prabhupada understood that she has made these outfits, she has stitched. And Prabhupada said, "Thank you very much. Make thousands of such outfits for Krishna." And then this man had a simple tin sheet makeshift temple. Can you imagine? Prabhupada always wanted the best for the deities. Even if there are no resources, if there is desire, the resources will come. If there is, wherever there is intense desire to serve, Krishna will send the resources. So, in those days, when there was a makeshift tin temple, Prabhupada said, make thousands of such gorgeous outfits for Krishna. Then he said, make Radharani very beautiful. Then Krishna will never leave. A very sweet exchange. So Prabhupada never thought small. He wanted deity worship to be most exalted, excellent. Resources will come. Give the best to Krishna. Ati Sarvottam. Sarvottam itself means the best. Best of the best. Should be grand. Krishna Seva. And then Vaishnava Seva. Vaishnava Seva. Serve the deity in these two aspects we discussed. Serve the devotees. Vaishnava Seva. Serve the devotees. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur used to say, Krishna is to be served at all times. And even more important is service to his devotees. Service to devotees. So, devotees have to be served with even greater enthusiasm. Bhagavatam says, service to devotees is higher than service to deities. So while we serve the deities, we should have equal faith and enthusiasm, if not more, equal enthusiasm to serve the devotees. Because by the blessings of the blessings of the devotees are infallible. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would serve his devotees, and they would give him blessings. This was when he had not revealed himself. So he would serve his devotees personally, and they would give him blessings. And how would Lord Chaitanya accept the blessings of devotees? Bhakta Ashirvad Prabhu Shire Gori Loin. And he would take the blessing of devotees on his head. Bhakta Ashirvad Krishna Bhakti Nidhai. He would accept the blessing of the devotees on his head with great respect, with great reverence. For the blessings of devotees, one attains pure devotion service. Bhakta Ashirvad Prabhu Shire Gori Loin. Bhakta Ashirvad Krishna. By blessing of devotees, one attains pure devotion service. This is another verse in Chaitanya Bhagavat which says, Krishna Seva Hai Teo Vaishnav Seva Par. Directly, there is not indirect indication. Krishna Seva Hai Teo Vaishnav Seva Par. From the service of Krishna, greater is service to the devotees. And then Vrindavan Thakur gives a Sanskrit verse to prove this. He says, Siddhir Bhavati Vaneti Samcheha Chutuse Vinam. Siddhir Bhavati Vaneti. Like we all want to achieve perfection in our devotional service, develop perfection for Krishna. Siddhir Bhavati, whether one will attain perfection, Vaneti. One who serves Krishna, he may achieve perfection. It is not certain that servant of Krishna will achieve perfection. It is not certain. May or may not. But Nishayam Tad Bhakta Paricharya Ratatmana. Without a doubt, servant of the devotee will attain perfection. There is a nice story in this regard. There was a servant of Lord Vishnu, whose name was Kanchipurna. He used to serve the deity of the Lord, Varadraj. Well, so sometimes, so one of the assistant pujaris to Kanchipurna, he was like the head pujari, one of his assistant pujari said, can you ask the Lord if I'll go back to Godhead at the end of this life? He said, okay, I'll ask the Lord. So he asked the Lord, when the Lord was conversing with him, my Lord, this assistant pujari has asked a question, he has a doubt. Or he has asked a question whether he will go back to will attain Vaikuntha at the end of the life. I thought, so next day, will I come back to you? Will I attain Vaikuntha at the end of the life? Lord said, certainly not. You are sure. Lord said, no. Now his assistant is achieving and he is not achieving. He said, what's the reason for that? He said, you have served me, and I am talking to you, I am reciprocating with you. You have not yet served my devotees. Therefore, only person who serves my devotee, I can give the assurance that person will achieve me. Therefore, we should know all the faults are superficial. They will go bhakti. Therefore, with our body, mind, and words, we should try to make the devotees of the Lord happy. Service to devotees is higher than service to deity. This is the Siddhant of Srimad Bhagavatam, Caitanya-caritamrita, Caitanya-bhagavat, all the scriptures and all the chapters. Let's recite the verse which we are discussing. Together with me, repeat. Prabhu Gayana Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Sevana, Nirantar Kara Krishna, Nama Sankirtan. And always chant the Lord's. There is a very beautiful insight Vrindavan Das Thakur has given in the Bhagavad. He says, Bahuduli Jagatere Bali Gauratham. He said, Lord Chaitanya has raised his hand. Bahuduli means upraised hand. With upraised hand, twofold. He wants to convey twofold message to the whole world. Okay, I'd like to ask you, what is the message Lord Chaitanya with his upraised hand conveying to the whole world? Any thoughts? Okay, when he raises his hands. There are two instructions. When he raises his two hands, he is giving us two instructions, or he is giving us some message, twofold message. There's two aspects. I'd like to guess. Okay, Shiva, Guru.
If somebody simply chants Hare Krishna and does not offend Krishna, I take.
Okay, good. So Lord Chaitanya raised his hand. That raising hand is a sign of surrender. Surrender to the Lord by chanting the Lord's name. That is first message. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama is raise your consciousness above the fault finding, above the criticism. Consciousness. Bahutuli jag tere bhale gaur dham, anindaka gai sabe vada Krishna naam. Don't see the faults. Faults are very obvious. There is no greatness in seeing the faults and criticize. Raise your consciousness and do not see the fault. See the good qualities, appreciate the good qualities, neglect the fault, and always chant the Lord for you. Only in this state of mind, given the verse, Tanadapi Shudhijena, Rudivas Vishuna, Malina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. So, Kirtaniya Sadahari, Nirantar Krishna. Only by taking shelter of this verse, by repeatedly trying to understand the importance of this verse, by repeatedly discussing of this verse, and repeatedly trying to apply this verse. There are three things. We should repeatedly try to discuss this verse, deeply understand this verse, and apply this verse in our life. This is like a whole life program. This is not one-time activity. Only by gradually making progress in this way can we come to the stage of always chanting the Lord's name, when we feel always the inspiration. Anytime your mind takes you on a ride, your mind agitates you. Why is this happening? Why is this person doing this? Why is my anarthas surfacing up and troubling me? So many things may happen which will agitate our mind. Discuss the importance of this verse, try to understand, try to apply. You will see how your mind can be easily tamed and be calmed down by the power of this verse. And by taking shelter of this verse, when we chant the holy name, all the agitation will settle down gradually. Nirantara Krishna Nama Sankirtan. There is a beautiful article by Bhaktivinoda Thakur where he described that how we should always chant the Lord's name in every circumstance. So there is a person, like there is a formal conversation. A person is telling, he says, my mind wanders all over the. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant anyways. The Lord. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant anyways. I have no taste for chanting the Lord's name. I feel it so dry, tasteless, boring. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant anyways. So many, lusty desires come to my heart when I chant the holy name, which otherwise do not happen. Only during chanting it happens. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chant anyways. But I am committing so many offenses chanting the Lord's name. Sometimes past midnight, I insist so much to chant anyways. Such a pathetic condition of chanting. Bhaktivinoda Thakur emphasizes chant anyways. Why is that? He says because there is no vow like chanting the holy name. There is no knowledge superior to it. There is no meditation which comes anywhere near to it. There is no penance equal to chanting the holy name. Holy name of the Lord, the highest piety, the most potent form of devotional service. The word cannot sufficiently glorify name. It is the highest path and blissful life. Therefore, we should chant anywhere. We take shelter of chanting the Lord's name. But we should constantly also endeavor to keep ourselves pure by following Mahaprabhu's instruction of and then only we can raise our consciousness above, the above the faults, above the muddy waters of this material world. And devotee should always word is and always chant Vaishnava Sevana Nityananda Krishna Nama Sankirtana Prabhu Gaya Krishna Seva Nityananda Krishna Nama Sankirtana Prabhu Gaya Krishna Seva Vaishnava Sevana Nityananda Krishna Nama Sankirtana. Thank you very much. If you have any question, any comment, any clarification, yes, we have 10 minutes. Yes, no. You want us? Okay. Yes, please.
Yeah, I have a question. So, what do we consider chanting? Only chanting on the beats, or like because sometimes, for example, we listen to the kirtan. I listen to the kirtan and I chant with the kirtan in my mind, or just sometimes I walk on the street and I notice some chanting, or like glorifying devotees or Krishna,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
also considered.
Yeah, no, that's like in the kirtan, that's also chanting. While we are walking, that's also chanting. But that's one important aspect. Another aspect is japa. Japa is when we are counting and chanting. Right? On the beats, we are counting. Basic. So we progress when we by sticking to our commitment. Basically, and those who initiated, they have committed 16 rounds. Those who are initiated. For those who have not taken initiation or they are beginning spiritual life, then we commit at least one round to begin with. 1, 2, 4, whatever it is. So that chanting, we should as much as possible chant on the beats. Or we are japa means to stand by our commitment, sir. And the Lord is pleased by that. That's how we show our sincerity. Does that answer your question? Both should go hand in hand. The kirtan, focusing on kirtan, doing kirtan, also help us to focus on japa. The inspiration to perform kirtan and kirtan. So, it should go hand in hand. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. So you like to take microphone? Okay, you can start, and I will repeat your question on the mic. Yes, in regard to daily worship.
Two things that Caitanya was mentioning. One is cleanliness, and second thing is being the best Krishna.
Yes.
So, and also we often do in deity worship about cleanliness and punctuality.
Yes, punctuality.
So then, from where is this additional punctuality?
Well, there would be this additional component. I mean, this is given by Acharya only. Prabhupada himself has given us that we should be punctual in our service to the Lord. Yeah. So if you see, this is important. The part of our commitment, part of our sincerity. Punctuality is undoubtedly important. But it is sometimes like at the end of the festival. And then, but the festival, the kirtan and the class to some extent, and we're not able to keep punctuality. So that is absolutely allowed under certain circumstances. Due to whatever reason, especially for higher reason or low reason can be sometimes sacrificed. So I've seen at times, that there is some flexibility which is also given by the acharyas in terms of the punctuality. On a festival days, or when the glorification of the Lord is happening, then we have seen many devotees, they extend the class or the kirtan, and the deities are happy, and they are put late to the rest, sometimes the arati is delayed, etc. etc. So the punctuality is important, but at times the punctuality could be sometimes compromised for a higher principle that has been seen. But do not see the cleanliness being compromised. So there is no way we can compromise on the cleanliness. Everything should be spotlessly clean. Finally, let's speak and complete your question.
I can ask.
Yeah.
So second question, I'm sorry, this is out of the topic. This is with regards to your lecture yesterday evening, where you were speaking to the students and you were mentioning that when a disappointment comes, we look for an alternate path.
Yes.
And that is how, and that alternate path often many times, if you go positively, it comes out much better than what you had any time anticipated.
Yes.
So from Bhagavad Gita and Shastra, certainly, I mean, the disappointment part, I'm still continuing going ahead. Like it comes with the Nishkanta Yoga that comes.
Yes.
I was not able to understand where in the Shastra does this come. Where if you go ahead and there's disappointment and you can go to an alternate path. I couldn't. I mean, any description.
What is the solution? He asked his mother. And his mother showed him, right? Take another direction, and where you express your devotion, they are connected. That what is the other direction which I can take? That the devotion will reveal. So therefore, look inwards. Express your devotion to the Lord, increase your devotion, and seek direction from the Lord. I tried this way, it didn't happen. What is the alternate door? Which way should I go ahead? And by expressing our devotion, we get the direction in which the result will be beyond expectation, like Dhruva. He got whatever he desired, it was beyond expectation. His mother showed him that alternate direction. At times we may ourselves pray, other times the devotees can help us for the Lord. This is happening in my life, everything is falling apart. This is the alternate direction you can try. With one's own introspection and prayers and with the guidance of the devotees, we take another direction, enhance our devotion, and the results so many times are beyond our expectation, invariably. Many such stories the Lord. And these results are, there could be one material ambition and one may achieve the than what may have been ambitious. Ultimately, one will achieve supreme devotion of all results. Ultimately, the ultimate result will be for sure most wonderful.
So, Toji, if I understand correctly, this alternate path, the understanding it is how we see in devotees' life, in Acharya's life.
Yes.
I mean, like in Bhagavad Puran and Caitanya-caritamrita.
Yes. You see, Prabhupada, he could not preach in Lucknow, tried to go in Japan, could not preach in Japan. Then finally, Krishna opened the door where he first came to Boston here. So this is where Prabhupada first arrived in US, very historical, significant place. And then those struggles continued, but then through this door, Krishna gave him the success beyond anyone's expectation. So therefore we look, for sure the Lord has a definite plan for each devotee. Look, which door Krishna wants to open for me. Look the alternate direction, alternate door, by expressing one's devotion. And we will see, wonderful mercy of the Lord taking us ahead in life.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for this wonderful and enlightening class. So, Prabhu, sometimes we see there's a clash between these two multiple principles. Like if cleanliness gets a little compromised, it takes a backseat. Or sometimes there's a clash between these two principles. If you want to expand the preaching mission, or energy really, in such cases, what is to be done, and what are the cardinal principles?
Which principle can be compromised? It also depends upon particular time, place, circumstances, and the person. Desha Kala Patra. So therefore, that requires maturity and wisdom. Therefore, we need always, those who are our, you can say, or senior Shiksha Gurus. Compromise, which principle should be higher. That's the regret. You should not feel, oh, this is fine. First expand the preaching for the devotees, or doing many devotees. That even though we may have compromised, that doesn't mean it's not important. We should take it up whenever we again get the resources and keep the desire in heart to do the best in every sphere. Now we are not able to, for whatever reason, you know, some devotees due to health may not be able to chant in the morning. Suppose morning chanting is important. You know one example. Due to health reason or some other academic reason sometimes, but we are not able to sleep late night. But our desire should remain and become intense. I'm not able to do this. Oh, when will I be able to do that? So then, when we keep the desire alive within our heart, then one day Krishna will bring us to a point where those desires will be fulfilled. So that is important. So yes, we have to compromise some lower principles, higher principles, which is high, which is lower guidance, maturity, wisdom. But in general, we want to do the best. So sincerity to follow all the instructions